Hey, everybody. Welcome back to TRUtalk. We're back after missing a week. I was on what I thought was my deathbed.
He was dead.
Mallet was sick.
I was dead too.
Yeah, it was not a fun time for the TRUtalk crew here. But we're back. We didn't die. Everything's fine. And we have two returning
How do you
guests.
know we didn't die?
I mean, I'm
What if
still
we're actually
here.
dead right now?
Y'all, if this
Did I just
if
get
this
to
is a zombie
purgatory or
scenario,
something?
I'm leaving. I'm going. I'm gonna be not here real quick.
Bye.
Wrong show. That's called The Walking Dead.
Ooh.
And that's not where any of us live.
No.
That's in Georgia.
Yeah, it is.
It is. It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, cool. So now that we have established that none of us live in Georgia or are zombies, we're back.
Yes.
We have returning guests. We have FishhookFPC and Raabtdk. Fishhook, dude, what's up? How you been? What's been going on? Remind the people who you are.
I'm good, man. Things have been really great over on the other website that I'm not supposed to talk about here, Mixer.com.
Oh, I'm sorry. I need to mute him.
Oh, yeah.
Bye.
Sorry, we're losing Fishhook.
Yeah, no, it's been a good run, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed my short tenure here on TRUtalk.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, so things are going great over on Mixer. I just recently started a new schedule. I'm streaming more days a week and at a different time. I'm streaming like in the evening rather than like that weird mid-afternoon slot I was in. It works better with my sleep schedule. We've been playing through some Jedi Fallen Order, which that game is a blast. We just finished the campaign of Halo Reach as well, which I hadn't played a Halo game in like 10 years. Game was dope.
I just finished that last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you feel about it? Do you think it still holds up?
Well, I never played it before.
Oh, okay.
I've never actually played Halo before.
Oh,
So I
there you go.
couldn't tell you. All I know is how it made me feel. And I'm not sure if I want to say because I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, I mean it's a 10-year-old
The game's
game,
10 years old. I don't think they're spoiling it
I
anymore.
was super depressed, and how dare they?
Basically,
there were
yeah.
a couple of moments. There were a couple of moments that were for sure a bummer.
A couple of moments. All of the moments.
All of the moments. Anyway, yeah, so I've been doing my thing back on the grind. I had a little bit of a sort of weird, like, I'm missing streams and not really doing a whole lot, but we're back in the cut, and really enjoying my time. So I'm happy to be back on my second time on the show. I'm sure I'll be back
Dang.
some number of times.
I'm sure you will be. I have no doubt that we will be on a podcast together at some point in time where we talk about God knows what.
Yeah, no, I mean, it seems like the natural curve of the universe that we continually end up on podcasts where we talk about nonsense, and we'll probably be doing that when both of us die.
Yeah.
Well, talking about nonsense is way more fun.
It's true.
Yeah. Well, it's also
Plus, now
like
we're gonna-
you can't get the two of us together and the entire thing not just be nonsense.
Well, yeah, duh. But I mean, no, y'all remind me of this article I read about these two super old ladies who had been best friends since they were like 11, and they moved into the same nursing home together after both their husbands died.
I saw that the other day.
That's pretty cute. Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah, it's pretty
There you
cute.
go. That's gonna be you two.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Y'all are gonna be
probably.
the two little old ladies in the nursing.
Hey, everybody, welcome to Spot Game.
We're playing the video games.
We're playing the video games today. Hang on, I gotta put on my VR headset implant in my brain, please. Hang on, let me just plug that in. Ooh, that's a harsh one.
I didn't grow up with all this stuff, so it's hard to use.
It's difficult to use it in my brain space. I'm normally used to using my thumb.
I made my grandkids set it up for me. All right.
So anyway, that's me.
Yeah.
That's what I've been up to.
So anyway, that's Fishhook. Okay. Rab, how are you?
I'm good. I'm well. Just been doing the work thing, trying to get to the end of the year, enjoy some time off, and doing the streaming thing and having a good time.
Good. So yeah, can you remind people what you stream and just kind of a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so I am Twitch's friendly neighborhood space nerd. So I do all space content. As you can kind of maybe tell from my background, I'm kind of into space stuff. So
Never
we
would've
do live rocket launches and play realistic space games, mostly Kerbal Space Program. I am on the better platform, twitch.tv.
Dang, shots
Listen,
fired.
all right. All right. If we're going to go ahead and get into this, let's get into this.
Oh no.
I don't care what platform you're on. I just care that you're a good creator and you're doing your thing and you're taking care of your community. That's all I care about.
You know what I love about all that just happened? It was like, okay, guess what? I'm about to wreck you. I'm just happy that you're happy, man.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to go in. Like, I'm just not just going to.
Why not?
I don't know. It's just not worth it to me. Like, why are we fighting over why are we fighting over which mega corporation gets to take half of our money? Like, why are we fighting about that?
I obviously was kidding.
I need you to stop right there because I have literally the greatest segue of all time. While we're fighting about giant corporations, let's fight about Sony versus Xbox.
Oh, God. Here we go.
In case you guys haven't seen this, I'm going to put a tweet in chat if you're watching live.
This is so nuts.
So for the longest time, there have been PlayStation versus Xbox. Xbox is the better console. PlayStation's the better console. Blah, blah, blah. That's gone on since the
PC is the
original Xbox, but got real big when the Xbox 360 and the PS3 were head-to-head. So, if you guys don't know, there's a game that has been out on PlayStation for a number of years now called MLB The Show.
Yep.
It's a baseball game. There you go. That's all it is.
Honestly, it is a pretty good baseball game, if that's your thing.
If you're into baseball, this might be a game you've played. So, apparently, it will be coming to other platforms in the future, not just Sony. And somebody threw a hissy fit about it. They lost their mind on the internet about this. Are we really do people still care about this? Or is it just like, let's be cringy on the internet and try to get a reaction?
Sadly,
I never cared about it, so
I think it's it. I think that there's a subset of the internet, especially Twitter, that it's not going to take much for their crazy flag to fly.
Oh, well, yeah, we all know that.
And they think that, and there's people that think that just because it's the internet and it's anonymous that you can say any crazy thing you want. And yeah, that's definitely happening here. My whole thing about this is, and I don't understand, is I know it was one of these True Talks that I was on that we talked for 20 minutes about how exclusivity was ruining gaming.
And do you guys remember which console was the one that held out on that? I'll give you a hint.
It was PlayStation.
It's the one that this guy likes.
Yeah, that's the part that like blows my mind. It is insane to me that like there is this subsection of people that still do this console fanboy nonsense, right? They're like, when we are entering a world where all of these companies are working together to make their games cross-platform and make sure everybody can play with everybody. And also, just because a game is going multi-platform, it's not taking anything away from you. That's the part that I really don't get. Like, it's not your special toy that only you get to play with. Like, now everybody can enjoy this great baseball game. And if you love the game, then why wouldn't you want to share it with as many people as possible? Why wouldn't you want to make your game bigger?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's complete nonsense from a bunch of fanboys that like tribalism is the downfall of society, and I could go on like a 30-minute rant about that. But in short, it's just that people want their tribe to win, even though like we all can win, and there's no point in that.
Yeah. And I mean, like, I 100% can see people saying, like, I prefer to play on one console over the other because it's, like, maybe what I've had the whole time. Like, the Xbox, you have the achievement system. PlayStation, you have the trophy system. So if you've spent a lot of time collecting these things, I can see saying, you know, I prefer to play here because I've invested a lot of time there. But just being like, nope, nobody else can play it if you don't have it on this, and this is ruining the video games. I don't get it, man. Like, who cares? This company doesn't care about you. I'm sorry to break it to you. Everyone who thought that Sony cared about you individually, they don't. They care about your money. And
not that much.
And this tweet didn't say, you know what, we're going to put it on Xbox. Here's a giant middle finger to PlayStation. They were like, it's going to be on PlayStation and Xbox. And I'm pretty sure the Switch. Everybody's going to play it and have fun.
Well, here we go. All the console people are wrong. PC wins. There we go. Hey,
I mean, that is the oldest fight.
Yeah,
If we want
that's
to be
true.
honest.
I mean, to be fair, I didn't, as any of y'all who have stuck around the show long enough know, I didn't really grow up playing video games. My first console was a Wii. So when I finally got up here, it's like I have a PC and then I own a Switch that I hardly play. So I didn't grow up in the whole Xbox 360, PlayStation, Nintendo DS, all that jazz. So I don't have the same attachment to it that everyone else does. I just kind of go with it.
That's fair. I just want to play video games, man. I don't get it.
Yeah. I just want to hang people on meat hooks for my own sadistic enjoyment.
Yeah, as any girl
Like
would.
you do.
Just
Like you do.
I think that what I want is a game manufacturer, a game developer to put the game out on whatever platforms they want. And it shouldn't be a choice of, I want to play Spider-Man, so I guess I have to buy a PlayStation. Instead, it should be, I chose the console that has the most options that are what fit my needs.
Right.
And then get to play whatever freaking game I want. That's
Yeah.
what I would like to see in the future.
That's fair.
And
Yeah.
I think that's the direction we're inevitably heading. Like, we are eventually going to converge into a spot where there might be still a few console exclusives, but for the most part, you're going to be able to just play whatever you want on whatever device you want. That's where we're going to end up eventually. It's just a matter of these companies having to figure out how to monetize it, which is why Game Pass is so interesting. And it's why all of these other companies are eventually probably going to follow that suit.
Mm-hmm.
And you could just play the game you want on whatever device you want. That's probably where we're headed.
I mean, like Halo just released on PC last week, and it's going from all accounts, with the exception of some crazy bugs. Like, I managed to get the bug that knocked out my entire internet. That was fun.
I've heard about that.
That's a thing?
In general,
Oh my god, the Master Chief Collection does not stop being a dumpster fire.
Well, the problem was apparently it was like choking my DNS or something.
Yeah.
As y'all know, I know nothing about computers, but it was like I literally had to uninstall the game, reinstall the game, and then even then it didn't just like make it so I couldn't play the game. It knocked out my entire internet.
Yeah.
I had to restart my computer to get it to work.
Yeah. They've I think they talked about that being a major issue in one of the first blogs that they made about Reach after it came out.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's a fixable issue.
I think it is. I haven't had problems in the last couple of days.
There you go.
And given something like that, I'm pretty sure it was probably one of their top priorities.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty big one.
And I haven't I haven't had problems in the last couple of days. So either they fixed it or they've done something to attempt to fix it. Whichever one it is. Who knows? Who knows? So, guys, I'm running into a massive problem.
What's that?
I have no more room for my clothes.
Get those bags that seal them.
Yeah,
those
For
vacuum.
those either.
Yeah,
That's what they do. They take like a bunch of shirts and
Yeah, I don't have any room for those either.
Well, the question I have is, do you maybe need to do a little closet clean out of stuff you don't wear anymore?
Nope, I wear it all. It's all
How?
piled behind my bed right now because I'm lazy and hate doing laundry.
That's fair.
So it's not a closet problem.
It's
No,
a
it's definitely
laundry
a closet.
problem.
Well, who wants to do laundry?
It's a laundry problem.
I need to go through to like donate to the thrift store, but still, I have no more room.
I will say I did because I just recently moved, as you can see from the moving boxes behind me. I just recently moved like a month ago.
I'm going to be
Getting half of your stuff the hell out of your life.
Yeah.
Is so rewarding once you actually do it. The actual getting there and doing it is hard and it sucks.
I'm just gonna move to a bigger apartment so I can get another dresser.
Why'd you move? I needed more clothes space. Oh,
That
you
is
wanted
exactly
more space in your apartment, literally just for my clothes. I don't care about myself.
So I can buy another dresser because I don't have room for another dresser.
Can you stack them?
No. Every available surface I have is covered.
What if you started hanging them on your walls as wallpaper as well?
I had to put Christmas decorations on the fridge this year, MPI. because I had no room for them.
What about like an underbed like storage solution thing?
No,
Those little
there's
underbed drawers.
full already.
Oh, we've already been there, done that.
Well, yeah.
So speaking of clothes,
what about your car?
Mom forcibly cleaned that out back in July because it was so full.
Well, that sounds like it's empty now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just start storing more clothes there.
My mom will actually kill me if she finds my car messy again.
Hey, you know what? If she kills you, this is no longer a problem.
Yeah. Then you only need one pair of clothes for the rest of your life.
Right,
So,
you're in the ground in your clothes, and problem solved, problem staying solved.
So problem solved,
Yeah,
Chad. If
no,
you have any
but
major problems, we'll be glad to
I
talk.
went to Florida. I went to Florida for a week.
Your advice.
Yes. Tweet
we-
all your advice at Mallet Editor on Twitter. But no, I went to Florida for a week, and the day that I was supposed to get on the plane, my tire blew.
Oh.
So I managed to get home. I managed to get home on my spare, and I'm just like, okay, I have to take it to the car shop when I get home from Florida because I have to make this flight.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom decided to be nice and go and get my tire replaced because they have a spare key in case I'm an idiot and lose mine.
Sure.
Right.
And they live close by, so they're like, okay, I'll go get her tire fixed. And mom was apparently so horrified when she saw the inside of my car that, yeah, it was bad. It looked like I was living in it.
It's okay. Mine looks like I live in it, and it's fine.
Mine just looks like
it
it's
was really bad.
Mine just looks like it's where I take my trash out.
It was really bad. My mom's the best, but it was still really bad. So speaking of clothes, how about that? How much was that shirt?
Yeah, so that's a good segue. Look at you with your segues.
Segue.
So if you play League of Legends, you may have seen this and hate it. So Louis Vuitton, which in general, has decided that they need to team up with League of Legends and create an apparel line. I'm going to read this directly as a quote from the article that I'm reading.
Before you start that, just so everybody knows, I did a little bit of research on this story. Apparently this started with them wanting to do Louis Vuitton skins in game. That's how this whole thing
Who wants to know how much those are?
And I'm sure those are absurdly expensive too. But
why didn't they
decided this needed to go the other way for reasons?
Yeah.
So,
okay, so I have a lot of thoughts about that. Why didn't they just make their own like League of Legends universe version of Louis Vuitton? Like, why didn't they just?
Deal, dog.
Yeah,
money,
but
I guess
they would have made direct money. They wouldn't have to
Vuitton.
give any money to Louis Vuitton to use their likeness in the game. They could just make the money. It could be, I don't know, League Bhutan. I don't know, anything. So this is what I wanted to read. This
Oh, no.
this made me laugh.
What did you do?
Quote.
Oh boy.
On the lower end, there's a $670 t-shirt with League of Legends champion Qiyana on the front and back. On the other end of the spectrum, you can nab a $5,650 leather biker jacket or a $2,420 hoodie. Unquote. Also, that hoodie is ugly as hell.
MPI, I don't know what you're complaining about. There's a $515 keychain.
See, that's what I was gonna buy.
Problem solved.
That's
There
what
you
I
go.
was gonna buy. I'm not that flashy, but I obviously have to spend $515 on something stupid. So this is it.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna spend $515 on something stupid, it's gonna be like art from a convention or something.
If I'm gonna spend $515 on something stupid, it's gonna be my bills.
Yeah.
Same.
My new car fund, all that jazz.
Yeah. And down payment, helping for a new car would be where that would go.
Yeah.
Yeah, my car's gonna last me another couple years at most, and well, it's the same car I drove in high school, and it's like up to 215,000 miles. So I'm trying to get it to 250, and have enough to get a car with like just 70,000 on it, not 700. Jeez, that'd be something.
So I got a question for you guys. So
What?
yes, these prices are ridiculous. It's beyond what is acceptable
Reasonable.
or reasonable or sane for that matter.
Right.
Yeah.
But we all have our thing that we're super passionate about, and everybody's allowed to have those things that you're super passionate about. So is there something that you would spend maybe and a little bit more money than usual? Let's say $300 or $400 on something because it's something you really enjoy. Do you guys have one of those things?
I spend way more money than I should on D&D stuff.
Okay.
So, like, I like having all the books and like minis and all that jazz. So that'd probably be my big thing right now is I'm spending way too much money on that.
I mean, if you think about gaming as our sort of connected hobby, I mean, that's basically what buying a console is. It's a little bit extravagant, or building like a gaming PC or something.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
But all of that stuff is basically what I spend a lot of my money on. The other thing would probably be board games, though I've kind of taken a step back from board games a little bit, just because I don't really have the time anymore to get a group together. But whenever that was like one of my primary hobbies, I would throw down like hundreds of dollars on all these stupid games.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, mine would probably have to be like gaming stuff or like streaming equipment.
Yeah.
Like,
We're nerds.
but at the same time, so here's my thing with that though. Here's my difference in that. Can I buy a $20 gaming PC? No.
Nope.
Can I buy a $20 T-shirt? You bet I can.
bet.
So
Why
why
would you
am I
spend
spending
$20
$500 some odd dollars, $600 some odd dollars on a T-shirt when I could spend $20 on a T-shirt?
My limit's like the most I've ever spent on a t-shirt is like $35-$40, and those have been convention t-shirts.
Yeah.
See, and that's
And
fine.
that's because the prices are marked up, and I understand that.
That's
Right.
also
The most I've ever
$40.
spent on the most I've ever spent on a shirt is $100 for my football jersey.
See, that's
So-
different.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
my kind of thing is I was looking at it and thinking about when we were talking about the keychain earlier, which if we could have recorded that to play for you outside of the true community, that would have been.
We don't.
but anyway.
No.
I don't want to get these guys fired.
Yeah, that was not true appropriate, but it's okay.
No.
Anyway, I was thinking that I actually almost spent $500 on a piece of the space shuttle that had been flown.
That makes sense.
And I mean, it was only about this big, and it's a piece of a valve, but still and have a certificate of authenticity and be like, look, this came from Space Shuttle Atlantis. How cool is that?
Yeah,
Like, to
but
me,
can you
that's
buy a
$500
$20 version of that?
No.
That's my hang up.
Well, because I mean, they've got, what was it? The hoodie was how much?
2,000 some odd dollars, $24.20.
$420. Okay.
Hey.
Well, guys, I got this super sweet MPI hoodie.
Hey, look at this
$30.
guy.
And while we're plugging merch, if you were a member of TRUgaming and you were here for the Blue Star Service Dogs event, I got this for free just for streaming and doing a little bit of donation. Now, granted, I did a stupid amount of donation. I donated $250. But,
Hey, I know what I would spend money on. Flying up to see all my friends for MPI Con 2020 because 2019 was awesome. So
there you go.
hey, I'm sorry. MPI Con 2019 was the best.
It was.
I mean,
Well, it's
we
going to be
had-
hard to top that, though, because there was a wedding.
It was a wedding.
Who's getting married at MPICon 2020?
It's true. Hey, we need to get on it.
Somebody,
Apparently.
let's do it.
If I was getting married, I wouldn't be getting married where you live. Y'all would have to
Dang.
come to me.
That is true.
Yeah,
If I can divorce them the next day, I'll do a sham wedding just as an excuse.
I think that's called an
fine.
annulment.
That's fine. Annulment. There you go. That's the word.
Can we just have MPI Con 2020 and not have anybody get married and just
No. It's
I mean, I
required.
guess.
Okay, stare safe. We just need to start pairing people off in the community and having arranged marriages.
Yeah.
So, and now Kate's saying she'll divorce you just to get remarried.
I
so-
think you can just
Ouch.
renew your vows. Like, you don't have to get divorced and
Vows
remarried.
every year. There we go. That's the plan, and then we go bar hopping afterwards.
Because
Cool,
divorce,
cool. Yay.
divorce is real expensive, y'all.
It is.
I mean,
yeah.
and it's so much paperwork. I have to read people's divorce agreements at work sometimes, and it's just like, ugh.
Yeah, look, man, if I got to read more than one paragraph, I'm out. Like,
Yeah, exactly. So either you guys just renew your vows every year, or Stair's gonna start pairing people off in the community, and that's when things get awkward. So I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. That sounds like not my problem. I'm already done.
Yeah, that's the rest of our problem, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, y'all got to figure that out.
What?
Big Gun in chat asked the real question is, what is the most you would spend on an article of clothing? Is it one article, or like what is it, like one purchase? Because I think the most I've probably spent was at a concert.
I think for me it was a suit, but that's like a whole
suit.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I bought it. The suit I bought for
Yeah.
for Wedding Palooza that I had this year was $400. But
Right.
I mean, that's something I can wear for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's formal wear for me too.
Yeah.
Right.
But like a single, like I think I probably spent, other than like a football jersey or something, I think I spent like $75 on like a convention shirt that you could only get then.
Yeah.
And, like, and most of it went to like a charity, like the shirt that Fish is wearing. I mean, that was a $50 donation, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did I pay for the shirt, or did I just give?
Did you just donate to the charity and get a cool shirt because of it?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't actually spend as much on formal clothes as you'd think, but that's because like my mom and my sisters and I are all the same size. So my mom's had to get a lot of formal stuff for events with my dad, so I mainly just steal her clothes.
Ah,
That's smart.
Gotcha.
Well, I mean, look, we're legitimately the same size. I'm slightly taller, but it's close enough to where like we always take each, like I moved out and a few weeks later my mom's calling me, "Where's my black skirt?" So I don't have to pay as much for formal wear, but women's dresses can get up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
What?
really up there.
yeah.
What on the other spectrum, what's the best deal you've ever gotten on like a clothing item? Like you just found a super sick clearance sale.
$100 pair of pants for $5.
Yes, that's my jam. That's the kind of stuff I get excited about when I'm
I
buying
ended up
clothes.
tripping and ruining them.
No.
A month and a half into the season.
But you only lost $5.
Yeah, exactly. I only lost $5. It sucks because they were Calvin Klein and really nice dress pants. But that was when I got my first concussion, when I tripped and landed on my face. I also completely tore up the left side of my body and ruined my pants.
You'll have that.
Yeah, but at least they were only $5.
I found some pretty dang good deals at Kohl's. I don't know if it's guys. The guys section always has Calvin Klein and
Yeah.
like,
I think
I found an Armani button-up shirt.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Dang.
That was, but I mean, it was just a plain white button-up, but
Right.
it was Armani, and it's like
Yeah.
normally $200 and something, and I think it was like 18.
yeah.
Dang. That's
I
good.
think-
like,
Ross has really good deals for dresses. Because it's like, the problem is my best friend throws a lot of really fancy parties during the year. Like New Year's they're expected to have like 100+ people with New Year's. It's crazy.
I don't
So
think I
it's
know
always-
that many people.
I'm amazed they do, but they're like actually the nicest, like some of the nicest people I know. So it's like everybody's friends with them because they're amazing. But anyway, like the theme this year is 1920s. But anyway, so it's like I always have to get these formal dresses for these events, and Ross usually has pretty good deals where I can get really nice formal gowns for like $20, which is really good. I know suits can get pricey though.
Mhm.
So if anyone from Kohl's or Ross would like to contact TRUgaming about a sponsorship opportunity, it's www.TRUgaming.com.
You joke about that, but
That's
one of our
starting next week on our fashion podcast, True Fashion. We'll talk about the best deals to get you in the clothes that make you feel good.
They're never letting all four of us on here together
What
again.
t-shirt will make you feel best during Fortnite? Find out next week.
Speaking of Fortnite, I've got the best story from this Sunday. So I've got the best story from this Sunday. I was at church and I was singing for the little kids. I was volunteering in the nursery. And I discovered why most of the time they have us do motions for these little kids, because almost all of them were doing Fortnite dances.
Yep.
And it was one of the funniest things in the world because I'm trying to sing, like a Christmas church song, and they're sitting there doing that loser dance thing in the room.
have you guys
Why?
have you seen that meme going around and it's the first one. It says, "Whenever I see kids doing Fortnite dances in public," and then the next is them holding a phone and it's dialing Anakin.
Yes.
Oh, that's so good.
I love it.
Okay, so what was the sponsorship story you're about to tell?
Yeah. So our good friend and true partner Anatlas posted some photos on Instagram actually of like outfits she bought at Kohl's. And was just at Kohl's, like, I found these great deals, and that was the whole thing. And they were like, "Hey, can we use your stuff in promotional ads?" And she was like, "Yup."
Nice.
There we go.
Yeah.
So
She's so sweet.
Analysis is over on my side of the fence, right? She's over.
No, she streams on both.
Oh,
yeah, she
there
streams
you go.
on both.
There you go. Okay.
I
But
saw
she's
something
dating-
on Twitter.
Jim,
Sorry.
who I think is Mixer.
He did move to Mixer.
Yeah.
He did it before the
Before everybody else did.
before Ninja did it, so everybody was like, "Gotta follow Ninja, let's go."
Yep.
Mark, when did you move?
It was around that time. Yeah, it was around that time. Well, I mean, it was something I was considering, and then Ninja moved, and it was like, oh, this might actually be viable now. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
So I just realized something. This is the first podcast. All of us know each other's real names. This is the first podcast where that's happened.
Right.
Oh man, I had a go of it with my real name lately. My name is one of those ones that you can make nicknames from it fairly easily. And people have been calling me a particular nickname where it's like I've literally had to go to people. It's like, I hate that nickname.
Please
Why are
stop.
you calling me that? No, why? Don't stop. I hate it. Go away. No.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, it's the worst.
I have a really bad habit of if somebody goes by a short name, I'll use the long version. Or if somebody has like the long version of a name, I'll use the short one. Like for whatever reason, my brain just like wants to do the opposite of whatever they want. Just because I guess I'm just a contrarian jerk. I don't know why.
No, it's like literally there are like 50 gazillion nicknames you can make from my name. It's like call me anything but the one everybody's been calling me lately.
Right.
Like literally, I don't know where it came from. Like you can call me literally anything else. I answer to the first letter of my name because that's what guys in college called me. But it's like anything but the one everybody's been. And it's like these are people who have been my friends for years. And they just started. Why? Okay. Rant over.
It's clearly a conspiracy against you. They've all collaborated, know that you hate it, and are trying to drive you insane.
To be quite blunt, I'd think so if it wasn't for the fact that I know at least one of them has never met the rest of them.
There you go. So much for that.
Not that you know of.
No, I do know of. So Operation Piss Off My Neighbors, does it go? So yell as loud as I can.
Bro, same.
Oh yeah,
gosh.
I've been seeing that saga. You should tell everybody.
Are we gonna
Tell everybody. We're gonna go there.
Are we gonna go
there? Let's go.
I need to collect
Deep
myself.
breaths, bud. Let's not go nuts. Deep breaths.
Please go nuts. I want to see this. This is hilarious.
Okay, so we live in a house, as people do. We sleep in a bedroom, as people do. And we have a neighbor that lives next to us whose driveway is like right outside of our window, and they have to remote start their vehicle at 5 a.m. And to do so, it causes their horn to honk 2 times. I have gone and asked them to not do it, but the way that I worded it was, I think that can be disabled. Maybe look in your book or ask your mechanic to help you. When I went to do that, they immediately said, and I quote, "So what, am I not supposed to remote start my vehicle at 5 o'clock in the morning? It's cold." End quote.
No.
And I said, that's when I said,
Not what anyone said.
that's not what I said. I just think you can turn it off. But if you can't, then guess what? No, you don't get to. But yeah, that's the basic gist of it. And it's not that hard. Be respectful of your neighbors. If they tell you that you're being loud, go, my bad, and then shut up.
Yeah. So that's not even my favorite part.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know, you got it. That's the whole
so
story.
past
Oh,
that,
the leaves is my favorite.
they've
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
lives.
in case you guys don't know, autumn is when leaves fall off of trees.
Fall because leaf fall down.
Are we on the Discovery Channel now? What
Yo.
is this educational content?
All right, everybody.
I have no idea.
Everybody stop. Get out your notebook and your pen. This will be a test.
I got a phone. I gotta write.
There will be a quiz at the end of the show.
Okay.
So the leaves fall out of trees.
No.
Fall to the ground. And if you don't know, leaves don't weigh a lot. So they get blown in the wind. This same person has come up to me when I am leaving with a backpack, 2 tripods, and a microphone stand in my arms like this, trying to load them in my car. And I thought they were going to ask if, like, do you need a hand? No. They said, hey, just so you know, before you moved in, we cut down 7 trees so that we wouldn't have to deal with the leaves. If y'all could do your part, that would be really helpful, because my husband is 80 years old, and it's hard for us to deal with the leaves.
Is he paying for? Are they paying for you to cut your trees down?
I looked her directly in the eyes and said, sure. Got in my car and drove away. What do you expect me to do?
Apparently cut all your trees down.
Control nature? I am a god of nature, for those of you that didn't know. I can control the wind. I can tell the leaves to stop falling from the trees.
Oh my gosh.
Here's what gets me more about it.
Husband's not too old to go to work, but he's too old to
No, he doesn't work, but I mean he still drives
Why is
places.
he
He's
getting in his car
retired.
at 5 a.m?
No, she does that. He goes and
Wife
sits
is
in
not-
his
wife
car.
is too old to blow leaves?
Well, let me finish. You know who's not too old to blow leaves? They're college-age grandkids that are there literally every day. That's not an exaggeration. I work from home 5 days a week. They are there every single day. Every day. Again, not an exaggeration. 100%. Monday through Monday, they're there. They do it. Like, they do the yard work. He just goes out there with the leaf blower and goes at the empty ground, just at concrete sometimes. But
That's my favorite part. I was waiting for you to get to the leaf blower, because that's my
Like,
favorite bit of
The leaf blower.
I swear to God, he just does it to get away from his wife.
in the rain.
Ouch! What?
Well, it was snowing is my favorite.
What?
Yeah, there was
Snow on the ground, and they were doing
Yeah.
it. It was
Yeah.
raining, and he didn't go inside until it started to thunder.
How did he not get a... Okay, as bad as this sounds, like, I'm genuinely asking this, do they need adult protective services called on them? Like, are they okay?
Yeah, that's the bad part. They are. They're just old and have nothing else to do.
And the part that sucks is that apparently MPI is the bad guy.
Yeah, and
He's the villain.
I'm the bad person because I can't control where the leaves go.
Do
Like,
you have an HOA?
God, no. I would never live in an HOA. I would die if I lived in an HOA. Someone would murder
I'm sure
me.
you would, but I'm just checking, because if you had one, I'd say call them. If not, I'd say call the cops. So...
Yeah, so I actually did some research into that, and there is a noise ordinance, and I
There you go.
have the
Call the
PDF of it, and have thought about...
Think about having all that streaming equipment.
Right?
You can record the annoying neighbors.
Yeah. So, basically, I don't understand old people, apparently,
Nope.
but
Nobody does, man.
basically, I've just decided that, I mean, leaves are part of nature. I think that naturally they should stay there.
I mean,
Also, it's winter, bruh. It's 30 degrees outside. Who cares? All the grass is dead.
there's still leaves.
Yeah,
That's
like
the real question. There's still leaves in December.
they're on the ground. What?
Yeah.
Why?
What? They don't just go away.
Well, yeah, you get rid of them in the fall.
We didn't have that. It went from 90 degrees to 30 degrees here.
Yep.
And then
Yeah, weather,
the only time that it wasn't in that, when it was in the 50s, is it was pouring down rain because it was moving to the 30s.
Lame.
So, and either way, again, the grass is dead. What are you going to look at? Brown leaves or brown grass? You got brown or brown? One takes less work.
Y'all need to come move down here. Then you can have all the seasons in a week.
I don't want that. That sounds just as bad.
I want you guys to move. All of y'all to live up there, except for like me and Brab and Zig. Like
all of you except for over half.
Over half of y'all are in the same frickin' town. Or at least, I mean, seriously. And I miss all you guys.
I think there's only 3 of us.
Like, even the sketchy freaking hotel I was sleeping in, I still miss you guys.
Yeah, you didn't pick the best hotel.
It was next to the airport, and I was lazy.
Yeah.
That was a fun
and
trip.
I didn't feel like I've stayed in hotels where I legitimately felt I was going to either get murdered or raped. So this one, it was just kind of skeevy, but like not terrible.
Yeah, you probably would have just saw people fighting.
Probably.
Yeah, like,
that's
I
what
stayed
usually
in hotels
happens
in
at that
downtown
hotel.
Atlanta with no name, and legit there was like
Wait,
people getting arrested. In
it
the
didn't have a
parking lot.
name?
Nope.
How did you find it? Or how did you
My
find
band
and book
directors
this
were cheap.
hotel?
I didn't. My band director didn't because he was cheap as crap and a terrible human being.
Was it just called hotel?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Was it just like the inn? Like,
Sleeping
was
building.
No, it was on the outside it was a sign that said, for purchase information, call this number.
I mean, are you sure it didn't just say bed rental?
There
You
was prostitutes. There were prostitutes in the elevator.
You didn't stay in a hotel. You
In a
squatted.
drug den.
You
That was
squatted
drug
for a
den.
night.
No, I'm pretty sure 2 nights. I was 14. It was terrifying.
Yeah, y'all
No, there
squatted.
were prostitutes in the elevator, a drug deal going on across the road, A homeless guy tried to get on our charter bus. It was scary. So yeah, no, the hotel I stayed at in Indiana was not nearly to that level. It was just kind of scabby, I think is the best word.
Yeah.
But it was next to the airport and I'm lazy, so
And that's the thing about our hometown. I don't live there anymore.
yeah.
But aside from the meth, it's basically harmless. Like
That's like my hometown.
will really mess with you all that much.
Yeah.
You know, the place I stayed when I came, it came with cats. It was nice.
Oh yeah, there you go.
No, honestly, I mean,
The
y'all
best
said I could...
Airbnb ever.
Well, I don't think there would have been room for both of us there, and you kind of had first dibs. So.
Yeah, there was.
Was
There
there?
was room.
I might crash at y'all's place next time.
We have a big couch, a small couch, and a futon. And an air mattress.
I might crash at y'all's place next time because it was all kinds of sketchy.
Yeah. Or if not, we can at least find you a better hotel.
Right.
There are better
I
hotels.
didn't know where I was. I'd never been. I didn't know where I was going, so I just picked a Holiday Inn because I like Holiday Inns.
Isn't that where you guys stayed? Fishhook? Didn't y'all stay in the Holiday
we
Inn?
stayed at the one on the west
Yeah.
side.
Right,
If
but
y'all
you
had
stayed
stayed at
in
the
a
sketchy-
Holiday Inn.
If y'all had stayed at the
Yeah.
City Holiday Inn, y'all would have been the ones driving me around instead of Stare.
Yeah, no, they stayed
I mean,
at
as
the
a
one
Stare was literally chauffeuring me all day.
Yeah,
which, thank you
they
for your
stayed at the
trust.
one 5 minutes away from my house.
Yeah.
No.
I was in the one on the opposite side of town. Yeah.
Yeah, no. If y'all had been in the one where I was, poor Stare wouldn't have had to drive me everywhere. Of course, as it was, we detoured a lot, so it was fun.
So I want to have
It
a
was great. I got to see the city because we just kept going random places to get other places. It was awesome.
I want to have an extremely short discussion about this thing that I'm about to talk about because only very few people will understand. So there's this tavern that has gotten new ownership and is like completely changed out by my parents' house, which is like the middle of nowhere, by the way. And I went there for lunch today after I had to take my Jeep in and get looked at, and I got wings that were coated in a dry rub Grippo seasoning.
Ooh.
And again, this is a very, very niche thing that people will understand. And good Lord, they were delicious. Next time you guys are here, I'm taking you there.
Okay.
When were we planning that
Yeah,
trip?
when are we going to...
When can I come up there just to eat?
Yeah, I'm
That-
down with.
that-
I've visited people for worse reasons than just to come eat stuff.
I've got some days off in May.
I don't do anything. I work
can
from my
hire-
house.
I
be
could do
there-
February too. I could totally
I-
do
I
February.
could do-
Fishhook's like,
February.
dude, I could be there tonight.
I could drive there in like 2 hours. It's not a
Well,
big.
okay, if I'm flying up there again, I kind of want to make it count. So it's like
Wait,
I want to like take
wait,
days off. I want
wait.
to take like days off.
You
and
should
actually make a proper trip out of it.
you should wait, and we should talk about May. for reasons. But that can be later. We can do that later.
Oh, yep.
Wait, what's May?
We'll talk about it later. I'll tell you when you're older. I'll tell you when you're older. So
1 year. You are not even 1 year older than me. Do not give me that garbage.
can I get
We are
angry?
basically the same age.
Can I get angry about expensive stuff again, real quick?
Okay.
Sure.
It's your favorite thing to do, but half of this show is if guy gets.
I'm
mad at
sorry.
expensive things.
Dumb expensive things came out today, and I'm upset about it. So the Mac Pro launched today, which this is not a Mac versus PC discussion. I don't care
Here we
which
go.
platform you use. They're both valid for whatever reason you want to use it. So the Mac Pro came out, and if you don't know, the Mac Pro has always been ungodly expensive, like just dumb. This has been the most ridiculous time. So we remember the $900 monitor stand that they announced. I didn't know about these until today. So if you haven't seen it, it comes with feet that set it off the ground for ventilation purposes. Smart, makes sense. The thing looks like a cheese grater anyway, so it's got great ventilation. You can buy wheels. You can buy little casters for it because I roll my computer around a lot.
They're only $999.
They're only $400. You're joking. I'm not. They legitimately are $400. Who made $400 casters for this cheese grater machine?
Apple.
Now note those of you listening and those of you in chat. He's already been yelling about this before the podcast started.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only difference was there. The only difference was there. I said a lot of worse words than I am now.
Yeah, he's only using about half the words he did when we. Before.
Here's my favorite part about it. So typically Mac products come out, and there's a few YouTubers that always get them.
Yeah.
And
Right.
I have seen them, and I saw one of them who literally had a living room full of new Apple product boxes. She didn't get the wheels.
Well, they're stupid.
The whole thing's stupid.
Why would you want these $400 wheels like that?
To go
You
with
could-
your $999 monitor mount.
Just,
Of course. Why not?
just buy $10 wheelchairs.
And then ride that to work. That's about what you can buy a car for.
If you actually tick every box, it costs more than my car did.
Yeah,
It
legit.
costs more than most houses. Well, not really.
If you
but
tick
yeah.
every box on it right now, it costs $53,000,
you can buy a new Tesla Model S for that.
right? So I went to the car dealership today, where I bought my car, and they looked at and they were looking at it to diagnose a problem I was having. And while I was there, I was like, I'm gonna look at these other new cars. And I was just walking around looking at them. Like they have like some trucks and a couple SUVs and stuff. And like the cheapest SUV I found was over $30,000.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why would you not just buy a Tesla?
That's a
Or
very
why
good
don't
question.
you do what I do and get a used car with like 70,000 miles on it for like $8,000?
I mean,
So I know
I
that
won't-
what I'm
I won't say that's a bad idea, but I'm saying if you exclusively buy brand new vehicles and you have that much money to spend, why don't you just buy a Tesla? Like,
Yeah.
I know.
Stan
I'm not
presents
gonna
a good
take flack
point.
for this, but you can get a Cybertruck for $35,000
right.
Why would you want one of those ugly monstrosities?
because they're not ugly and you stop.
They're hideous.
No,
They're hideous.
they're ugly.
And I don't normally care what cars look like. And that's the ugliest freaking thing I've ever seen.
It's not that ugly.
Yeah, it is. And you want to know how ugly that thing is? You want to know how ugly that thing is? When I was in high school, my parents told me I was getting an orange station wagon from Mexico, and my mom found a picture, and we called it the Uglinator because literally the thing was the ugliest thing I've ever seen. This is uglier than the Uglinator.
I think once the production models are actually released, I think a lot of people are going to be eating their words. I think is what's going to happen.
Well, yeah, because they're probably going to shave off all the hard edges
I hope
Right.
so.
and make it look like, a car.
Right.
I certainly hope so. No, I've been looking at cars lately because my Honda's up to 215,000 miles. I'm still driving the same car I drove in high school, so
Hey, my expedition has 280,000 miles on it, so
I'm trying to push mine. I'm trying to push mine as long as I can while saving.
Mine's gonna die soon, and I hope the Cybertruck doesn't look stupid when it comes out because I want it.
I am excited about all of these new cars, not because I plan on buying one or driving one, but because they're probably going to be in Forza.
Yep.
I cannot wait to bully people on the road in a Cybertruck that looks like it's from Halo 1 2001. I am stoked. If they put the Cybertruck in Forza Horizon 4, I will play that game every day again.
Why don't you just drive the Warthog that's already in it?
Because it's not as cool.
You're the best. Hey, MPA, I've decided for like the rest of the podcast, we need at least one show a month where it's just the four of us. Kick all the other guests off.
I mean,
we'll see if you guys have jobs after this. I
don't know how True would feel about that. I'm down. I don't know how True
totally
would feel.
there.
Green Cord leaves for 2 weeks and it just goes to chaos.
You know the really weird thing about him leaving?
I have no one to be responsible to anymore.
He now works at the same company that McKitten's works at, so I actually have to transition to calling him by his first name when we talk about work stuff.
I do that all the time. Because I'll talk about like something that one of you guys has told me, and like we'll be like around other people, and I'll be like, "Oh yeah, my friend Rab." That sounds really weird, doesn't it? Or like, oh, my friend Mallet.
It was weird enough at your wedding when we all had to actually use each other's real names.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And it's funny that pretense immediately died as soon as we hit the app. Like,
as soon as it was like right back to because those are the names we met each other by. Those are the names we know each other by.
By the time we hit the after party, everyone except for Mal had 3 drinks at that point, and I think we stopped trying to remember what the real names were.
Well, I still remembered what y'all's names were. Stair was to the point, like he told me it was like around midnight, but he also didn't get drunk because he had to drive me around. So, hey. What's
Drink
the point?
responsibly, kids.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the after party, everybody was. You were gone, Rab.
No, I was not.
Yes,
we don't speak of these things. Not on the True channel.
Not on. Gone. It was fun.
This is a real True After Dark conversation that we're having.
Yeah,
right
this is for True After Dark. This is not for TRUfam. Or TRUtalk. This is for TRUfam, not
TRUtalk.
TRUtalk.
You better not have been drunk and driving me around, or else I'm flying up to Indiana to kill you. So, as long as we're clear.
Uh-oh, MBI's winding up for something.
Hi, Step!
You know what else is dumb?
Whoops.
Mortgages.
What?
What's up?
I said, you know what else is dumb?
I've been talking about them all day.
Yeah, and bills.
Job. I don't want to talk about them anymore.
I just want to hate stuff. I'm just mad at things that cost money.
Okay, MPI, you've bought a house. Fishhook, have you bought a house?
No, I live in an apartment.
Rab, have you bought a house?
No.
Okay, so when you buy a house and you get a mortgage, there's lots and lots of paperwork. Lots of paperwork. Okay? So, MPI, you know this, right?
I kind of blacked out. I just was like, here, just I'm going to sign whatever you tell me to sign.
So just say yes. So you're told to bring specific paperwork. Sometimes it could be bank statements. Sometimes it could be, a credit letter or something like that. Like specific documents. If your mortgage person tells you to bring a specific document, would you bring something else thinking that you know better?
No.
I'm guessing by the tone of your voice.
Oh God, I gotta go. We're all gonna die.
I was at work on Friday until 7 p.m. because somebody thought they knew better than me. At the very least, I've got 3 emails proving that I told this person exactly what was needed. And they responded to all 3 emails, so I know they saw them.
I'm going to be real with you guys. I don't know if I could ever go back to, working with people again. Because, I would be in that situation right now, and I would just be like, are you stupid?
Yep.
Well, you say that anyway. It's just since you work for you, yourself, and you, and half the time you're talking to one of us, it's okay.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know how I could transition back into, a real job like that without just being like, are you dumb?
Yeah, pretty much.
Did you get dressed by yourself this morning?
I do that every day. I work at like a genuine big corporation, and I can look at people and tell them, "Hey, are you just an idiot? Like, do you not know how to do this?" And I don't get in trouble. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, I would. To me, the hardest part is old people who don't know how to use computers.
Yeah.
That was the bane of my existence for a long time.
Especially when they're like, well, when I bought my house 30 years ago, I didn't have to do that. And it's like,
great.
Did you not pay attention during the housing crisis 10 years ago? There are lots more rules.
Yeah, you probably also just stopped paying for that one.
Probably.
And they were just like, nothing we can do about it.
Yeah,
well, I hated that so much whenever I worked in
just a rage show.
Well, like, so I worked in retail for like 7 years.
You poor thing. And
all of it was technology. It was all technology sales or repairs. And the thing that I hated the most was when people would say, well, I didn't grow up with this. Great. Yeah. Didn't grow up driving a car your whole life. You figured that out.
Yep.
You didn't grow up, with a TV. Figured that one out, didn't you?
Did they, though?
You didn't grow up cutting up your own food, but you figured that one out.
Aren't they the same people who are, like, calling their kids and whatnot to...
Yeah, and they're also the same people who invented this stuff! They were around when it was made! When they had to use computers, they had to know how to write an entire computer program. They had to know how to code just to open a document where I go click, click, open, done. Why is that harder?
I taught my grandma how to text, and she learned very quickly because I just sent her pictures of cats. She hates cats, so she learned very quickly, so I'd stop. It was hilarious. Y'all know this. I have a bit of a sadistic streak, so...
Never. I've never heard of such a thing.
No.
Speaking of sadistic streaks and to bring it back to gaming a little bit, do y'all want to? We were talking in the group chat before this about Project Resistance, the new Resident Evil stuff. Do we want to talk about that real quick?
I want it.
Time to talk about.
I want all of it. We can do whatever we want.
Today reset day, MPI.
I don't care.
I do. As I get ignored.
Yes, I'm very excited for that. I've never played Resident Evil 3, but I had also never played Resident Evil 2, and I loved it. And also, I think that I didn't watch the trailer yet, but what you've told me about the multiplayer that's going to come with it sounds awesome.
Yeah.
That sounds like so much fun.
So I know everybody in here is a big Dead. It seems very similar to DBD, except instead of controlling like the actual monster themselves, you're what do they call them? Like a mastermind or an overseer or something like that. You're
overseer sounds good.
Yeah, I think it's that.
Puppet master.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's a good one too. You're controlling a bunch of security cameras, and you can set traps and set all sorts of stuff up. And control monsters and send them into various rooms, and they have to deal with them and stuff like that.
So it's Five Nights at Freddy's, as if you were the one sending the animatronics.
Sort of. I guess that's kind of a fair comparison. But yeah, it's the same sort of 4v1. All the 4 survivors are working together to achieve an objective, and the mastermind's trying to stop. It's the same sort of. It's the same sort of thing. Yeah. And they just announced today that. It was believed that was a separate project, but they've talked about it today. It is the multiplayer component of Resident Evil 3, so it comes in the package.
Well,
that sounds great.
Yeah, I think it's technically a different game, but it's free with it.
Okay.
Right.
But I think this is the smartest way they could have done it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I do not think that this game would have succeeded on its own.
Fair.
Probably not.
I don't think people would have bought it. But if you bundle it with Remake 3, people play it and like it, that can lead to either a sequel or it could lead to DLC for it. Because you could you could make it, because like looking at it, it looks like just from the thumbnail, it looks like you have like maybe one of the monsters to begin with, but you could branch out to like other bigger monsters from that franchise. So, like, I would assume if it's coming with 3, you're going to probably have Nemesis.
Yeah.
So they could branch it out to, like...
during one of the trailers, the one that I sent in chat from September. They show Mr. X in there as well.
Oh yes.
So presumably they're just going to have various monsters from Resident Evil's history.
Yeah. Okay. So before we end, I have to say something. This hurts my soul to say it, but I have to say it. This is to you, MPI. Your football team is better than mine this season.
Yeah, they're a joke too. That's sad.
They are a joke.
That's real sad.
I know.
Yeah,
but it hurts. I consider myself a fair person, and I gave you a lot of crap at the beginning of the year.
You did. You gave both of us a lot of crap, by the way.
I'm looking you both in the eye and saying my football team is garbage this year, and your team is better.
Basketball's fun. I'm just gonna let y'all have this fight.
That's the end of my PSA.
Speaking of, I never looked, but I think I lost the playoffs to MPI.
Doesn't surprise me. I spent absolutely.
I played him this week.
I spent absolutely zero time on my lineup.
Yeah,
which is unfair. I was projected to beat you and then lost.
Ouch.
But this is playoffs, so it's actually 2 weeks. So I've got this week to try to.
Oh wait, are we? Is that the one that I'm into?
Those projected numbers are
what did
just
I do? I'm not
worthless.
They are garbage.
Yeah, they're pretty bad.
I haven't even looked at mine. Now I need to look at it.
I know. You beat me this week.
I did?
I completely checked.
No, you beat me last week. I'm losing to Kate this week, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, I'm losing to MPI this week. So that means Fish is losing to Stare this week.
Have fun, Stare. Have fun with that free win because I haven't paid attention in months.
Fish, you're losing to Stare?
Probably.
I have
probably.
Just an assumption.
That's sad. That's sad. And Stare, you know I love you, but jeez, that's sad, dude.
I mean, I literally haven't adjusted that lineup since like week 3. Like I stopped caring.
I'm still in third place. Well, no, wait, no, I'm not. Hold on, I don't know. Where's the? No, I don't even know at this point. Where's the thing? Ding da da ding da da ding da ding da ding. I don't even know. Oh, here are the standings.
It's all right. I'm gonna take you this week, MPI.
Yeah, I'm still in third place. I'm losing to Kate this week probably, but I'm still beating you two.
The playoffs count for 2 weeks, I guess. So.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I guess I'll spend 18 seconds and set my lineup.
There you go.
What makes me mad about this is I have legitimately spent time on my
really
on my lineup.
That's the best part.
Every week I have legitimately sat down and read articles and looked at stuff and looked at projections and made conscious decisions about what I'm doing. And I'm the only one in the league doing that. And I'm in like last.
None of the rest of us are. Well, no, Fishhook's in last place.
I'm in last. Yeah,
you're in fourth. You're behind me.
Yeah. So I had a trade that fell through, and then once that trade fell through, it was like I'm dead. I'm done. And then basketball season started, and I just immediately stopped caring. It was over at that point.
It's all right.
All right, we should probably before we devolve into sports and who knows what else.
That's fair. All right. Well then, that is the end of the episode where we got mad at everything.
It's just gonna be called Rage.
That's what I'm gonna name it. Rage. Right. All right. So guys, thanks for coming on. Let's do the round robin. FishhookFPC. Tell the people where they can find you, when they can find you, and what they can find you doing.
All right. So I stream every single Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern time. The nicest time to stream. It's very nice. I've been streaming a lot of Jedi Fallen Order lately. I'm going to make my way through that, and I'm going to mix some other stuff in between. You can find me on Twitter at twitter.com/FishhookFPC, and on there I have a link to my Discord as well. Starting to get my Discord going. It's slowly but surely coming along. And come watch me on Mixer. Come hang out. Support the TRUfam on every platform, man. You know, we got to take over the world here. So.
We're everywhere.
We got to be everywhere. Can't just take over the world on Twitch. We got to take over the world everywhere. So come hang out with me. Come hang out with the other Tru folks over on Mixer as well.
Awesome. Rab, same thing, man. When can the people find you? Where can they find you? And what can they find you doing?
You can find me here on Twitch, twitch.tv/RAABTDK, so Raabtdk. And I stream space stuff. I stream Monday and Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Central till midnight usually. And coming up, this upcoming Monday is one of my launch streams.
Ooh.
So
Nice.
Monday, December 16th at 5:30 p.m. Central, we're going to be streaming a live SpaceX launch of a Falcon 9 up to low Earth orbit. So it should be a lot of fun. And they are recovering the booster out on one of their recovery ships in the ocean. So it should be a super fun mission to watch. And you guys should come check it out. If you've never seen a launch, let me show you why it's cool.
Cool.
Can confirm the launch streams are awesome.
Space
is
I need
freaking
to make
cool.
my way to one because I watched a lot of the VODs of them and it's like, oh, these are sweet. I need to make it to one live.
Cool.
Yep. Mallet, take it away.
Well, now's as good as time as any to make this announcement. Y'all know I've been on hiatus for a few months at this point, and I don't think I'm coming back, with the exception of the podcast and occasional charity stuff. My health is deteriorating a lot, and I don't have the energy to keep up the energy that I used to. So now's as good a time as any to make that announcement. I'm still around. I'm still gaming. I'm still, supporting other people. But in general, with the exception of like this, which is once a week, and like the occasional charity stream, I don't have the energy anymore to put on the show that I used to. And to be the on-screen Mallet that y'all grew to know. My actual personality is not nearly as fun. I'm not nearly as confident as you guys think I am. So I've been doing a lot of thinking, a lot of, asking advice from people, and now's as good a time as any to say it. I'm done for now. Maybe I'll come back. I don't know. But for now, I'm just going to support everybody else. You can find me in Discord. You can find me on other people's streams, and I'm still gaming. So I'm not gone. I'm just time to put the lipsticks away for a bit. So.
That's fair. Then there's nothing wrong with doing that either. You got to take care of yourself first. That's what's most important.
Yeah, that is absolutely. You gotta make sure your health is taken care of. Like,
exactly.
We're gonna miss you being live, of course, but
I've gotten used to it over the last few months anyway.
To that, I want to say, just if you're on an airplane, you got to remember the thing about you got to put your mask on yourself before you can put it on somebody else.
Exactly.
Yep.
So if you got to take care of yourself so that you can be awesome and take care of all of your friends like me and MPI and Fish and everybody else, when we need you, then you got to take care of you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and I mean, again, it's like right now I'm going through. Those of you who've been around, y'all know I've been dealing with health issues. I'm going through the diagnosis process right now. My next appointment's on Thursday. They're sending me probably to get an MRI, and then from there, they're probably going to tell me what autoimmune disease I have, which the one they're pretty sure I have, it's permanent. It's never going away, and then we figure out maintenance and all that jazz. But it's hard enough to sit here without being super happy and peppy when you're not feeling it. I love all of you. Y'all are all amazing human beings, and I'm not going anywhere. Y'all have to watch me murder people in other people's streams.
Fair enough. Well, Mallet, I'm glad that you're always here with me on the show. I don't think there's many other people I would ever want to do this podcast with, so I appreciate you always coming on with me. Guys, you can always find me here on Tuesday nights, and you can find me on my own channel, twitch.tv/Mr. Pure Instinct. We play a lot of story-based games. We're playing some older games that I missed out on as a kid. Whenever we can in the mornings, we have some coffee. We play some older retro titles and have a blast. You can also check me out on YouTube. I am getting ready to release more videos there. I recorded 3 of them today. So I just got to edit them, and we're about to start getting them out. So, guys, if you haven't listened to this podcast before, it goes up live on your favorite podcasting platform or YouTube tomorrow, which is Wednesday, around 11-ish Central Standard Time in the morning. So if you missed any of this episode, or you just want to listen to it again because it was fun, take a look at it. Drop comments, likes, all that fun jazz that you do on the internet on things. Ratings on podcasts. I guess that's a thing. I've literally never done that. But that's because the podcast platform I use...
I've never done it, but you should.
The podcast platform I use doesn't offer it. I can't do it. So if you listen on the Apple podcast, that's the one that I know has ratings, and that's kind of like the important one. So do that. We'd appreciate it. If you have any topics for us, tweet them at us at TRUtalk Podcast on Twitter, or you can email them to us, TRUtalk at TRUgaming.com.
If you want us to rage at things, let us know. Clearly that went over well today.
Yeah,
Yes.
tell me things that are too darn expensive and let me be upset about it.
Or things that just annoy you, your big pet peeves, we'll rage about them for you.
Yeah, guys, stick around. We are going to go raid someone like we always do, and we will catch y'all next week on the podcast. So thanks for listening or watching, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.